ऑडियो सीरीज में आप लोग का स्वागत है। आज हम क्लास 10 के एक स्टूडेंट से बात करेंगे चैप्टर 1 से रिलेटेड, जो साइंस का चैप्टर नंबर 1 है, केमिकल रिएक्शंस एंड इक्वेशंस। तो मैं कुछ क्वेश्चंस अराइज करूंगा और जो आदित्य हैं वो इसके आंसर देंगे। पहला क्वेश्चन मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि जो कोई भी केमिकल रिएक्शंस होता है तो उसको कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे। 4 फैक्टर्स बताइए जिससे पता चले कि कोई केमिकल रिएक्शन हो रहा है।
We can identify a chemical reaction when we can observe any one or more than one of the 4 changes. First, change in state. Second, change in color. Third, evolution of a gas. Fourth, formation of a precipitate or insoluble solid.
इनका आंसर बिल्कुल करेक्ट है। अब हम सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इनसे अराइज करते हैं कि वो किसी केमिकल इक्वेशंस को हमें बैलेंस करने की रिक्वायरमेंट क्यों होती है।
We need to balance a chemical equation in order to abide by the law of conservation of mass, which states that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. So that the mass of the reactants remain equal to the mass of the products, so the number of atoms of each element in the reactants and the products also need to be equal. So we need to balance the chemical equation.
वेरी गुड। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये है कि जैसे केमिकल रिएक्शंस होते हैं तो उनमें से ब्रॉडली कैटेगरी में हम डिवाइड करते हैं एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस एंड एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस। तो दोनों में डिफरेंसेस अगर आप बता सको।
Exothermic reactions are those reactions which give off heat with the making of the products. Examples of these reactions are respiration and also dissolving calcium oxide in water. Whereas endothermic reactions are those reactions which take in energy in the form of either heat, light or electricity during the chemical reaction. For example, we can say that burning of iron sulfate crystals, it requires heat, so it is an endothermic reaction.
10th क्लास में टाइप्स ऑफ केमिकल रिएक्शंस जो हमें मेन पढ़ने हैं वो है हमारे कॉम्बिनेशन रिएक्शंस, डीकम्पोजिशन रिएक्शंस, उसके बाद है डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शन एंड ऑक्सीडेशन रिएक्शन। तो क्या आप ऑक्सीडेशन जैसे ऑक्सीडेशन एंड रिडक्शन रिएक्शन में डिफरेंसेस आप बता सकते हैं?
Yes, oxidation reactions is a type of reaction in which a element or a compound, it gains oxygen or it loses hydrogen. Whereas reduction reactions are those type of reactions where an element or compound gains hydrogen or loses oxygen. I can tell example of a oxidation reaction. When copper reacts with oxygen, copper oxide is formed.
And a type of reduction reaction, that means ZnO plus C gives Zn plus CO. Can you define oxidizing agent and reducing agent?
Yes, oxidizing agent, the element or a compound which gives away oxygen during a chemical reaction or it itself loses oxygen is known as oxidizing agent, whereas a reducing agent is an element which gains the oxygen is the reducing agent.
In example, ZnO plus C gives Zn plus CO. Oxidizing agent is?
Sir, the oxidizing agent is ZnO.
And reducing agent is
C. Carbon.
very good. Your answer is absolutely correct. Now we will differentiate combination reaction and decomposition reaction. First of all, define combination reaction and decomposition reaction and compare both of them.
Okay, combination reactions are those type of reactions in which two or more reactants combine together to form a single product, whereas decomposition reaction is a type of reaction in which a single reactant breaks down into two or more different type of products. Example of combination reactions is that when magnesium reacts with oxygen in air, it forms magnesium oxide. An example of the decomposition reaction is that when FeSO4 is heated, it breaks down into ferric oxide, which is Fe2O3, sulfur dioxide gas, which is SO2, and sulfur trioxide gas, which is SO3. Combination reactions are usually exothermic in nature, that means they give off heat, and whereas the decomposition reactions, they are endothermic in nature, that means they take in heat during the reaction.
What form of energy or decomposition reactions would be provided? What different kind of energy?
Energy can be provided either in the form of heat, so the type of reaction will be thermal decomposition reaction. Energy can also be given in the form of light, which is photo decomposition reaction, or in the form of electricity, which is electrolytic decomposition.
वेरी गुड. आप ये बता सकते हैं कि जैसे लेड नाइट्रेट को थर्मल डिकम्पोजिशन करते हैं तो कौन कौन से प्रोडक्ट होता है और उसमें ब्राउन फ्यूम क्या है?
Sir, if we heat lead nitrate, then lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen gas is formed. In this reaction, nitrogen dioxide is referred to as brown fume.
Can you give an example in which the reaction is used in black and white photography?
The photolytic decomposition of silver chloride and silver bromide are used in black and white photography. So the reaction is first AgCl2 gives Ag plus Cl2, and AgBr2 gives Ag and Br2.
There is a correction, AgCl, not AgCl2, because the valency of Az is 1 and chloride is also 1.
Very sorry.
No issue. Suppose we take an example of a reaction in which quicklime, that is calcium oxide, is mixed with water. The compound A is formed. So what is the compound A?
The compound A is calcium hydroxide, which is commonly known as slaked lime.
Generally, slack lime is used in whitewashing the surfaces of the wall and the roof. Then what make it more shining and bright?
Slaked lime combines with CO2 in the air, and then it forms a thin layer of calcium carbonate, which is CaCO3, which gives a shiny appearance to the walls after whitewashing.
Generally, we know that the ferrous sulfate color is green, that is crystalline form is green. When we heat it, the color is decolorized, and after that, if the heat persists, the decomposition of ferrous sulfate will be occur. can you give the name of all the products of decomposition of ferrous sulfate?
Yes, so the products are ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Ferric oxide is Fe2O3, sulfur dioxide is SO2 and sulfur trioxide is SO3. So the reaction is 2FeSO4 gives Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3.
Very good. Next one is electrolysis of water. Can you explain what are the products of electrolysis of water and where the different products we obtained at which electrode?
Yes, so the products of electrolysis of water are hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Hydrogen gas is found near the cathode, which is negatively charged, so it will attract the positive ions, and oxygen gas is formed at the anode, which is positively charged, so it will attract the negative ions.
During electrolysis, we observe that the volume of hydrogen is double that of the oxygen. What is the reason behind it?
It is because 2 moles of water decomposes into 2 moles of hydrogen and 1 mole of oxygen. We know this from the following reaction. 2H2O on electrolysis gives 2H2 plus O2.
Very good. And what is the name of the reaction in the process of electrolysis?
It is known as electrolytic decomposition of water.
Very good. Now we discuss displacement and double displacement reaction. Okay, first of all, define displacement reaction.
When a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt and it forms a new compound, such a reaction is known as a displacement reaction. For example, Fe plus CuSO4 gives FeSO4 plus Cu because iron is more reactive than copper, so it will displace copper from its compound.
If you mix iron sulfate and aluminium, what will be the reaction?
Then then no reaction will take place.
Aluminium is more reactive, so a reaction will happen.
Very sorry. So aluminium sulfate and iron will be formed.
Yes. Aluminium is more reactive than iron. So reaction will happen and the products will be aluminium sulfate and iron. Very good. When we mix zinc and copper sulfate, what will be the reaction?
Zinc sulfate and copper will be formed because zinc is more reactive than copper.
Very good. Take one more example. If we add lead to calcium chloride, what will happen?
If we mix lead with calcium chloride,
Yes.
so no reaction will take place because lead is less reactive than calcium.
Very good. Can you tell the reactivity series?
So it begins from potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, mercury, silver and gold. Hydrogen is placed in between the reactivity series, although it is a non-metal because it is neither more reactive nor it is a less reactive, so it is placed in the boundary line.
That means hydrogen occupy intermediate position in reactivity series. The metals which placed above the hydrogen are reactive and more reactive, and the elements placed below the hydrogen are less reactive metals. Okay. Now define a double displacement reaction and why it is called precipitation reaction.
So double displacement reaction, it is a reaction between two compounds, and it is a reaction when exchange of ions between two compounds take place and new substances are formed. It is often taken and often an insoluble solid known as a precipitate is formed, so it is also known as a precipitate reaction. Such reactions are the double displacement precipitate reaction. Precipitation reaction.
In your NCERT textbook, there are two reactions. First of all, first reaction is mentioned in the example of double displacement reaction, and another example is given in activity. Can you tell both the reactions?
Yes, first reaction is the reaction between sodium sulfate and barium chloride, so which is Na2SO4 plus BaCl2. It will give barium sulfate, which is BaSO4, which is the white precipitate, and sodium chloride. And the second reaction is
Lead nitrate plus Ki.
lead nitrate plus potassium iodide, which will give lead iodide, which is a yellow precipitate, and potassium nitrate.
Very good. Now, can you discuss the corrosion and its evil effect on the economy of a country?
So corrosion, the degradation or the reaction of a substance with the air, moisture and acids present in the surrounding environment is known as a corrosion. The corrosion leads to degradation of metal, so it is harmful for the economy of a country. For example, each year a lot of iron gets rusted, which gives a very great financial loss.
Can you tell some methods to prevent corrosion?
We can plate chromium on iron, or we can paint the iron so that it does not react with the surrounding environment, which will prevent its corrosion.
Yes, method like galvanization, that is depositing a layer of zinc on cheaper metals like iron, and alloying, that means mixing of two or more metals or a non-metal to improve its quality, like brass, like stainless steel. Yes, and after that you can paint the iron articles. Iron articles so that it cut the contact of air and moisture, so that corrosion can be prevented. Aditya, what is rancidity?
So rancidity, it is a process where oily foods and fat containing foods, it reacts with the air, and due to this reaction it changes its taste and odor, and it becomes unsuitable for consumption. So we say that the food is rancid.
We are now start discussing some of the important questions from the back exercise. First question is, which of the following statements about the reaction below are incorrect? The reaction is 2PbO plus carbon gives 2Pb plus CO2. First of all, can you name the oxidizing and reducing agent in the reaction?
Sir, the oxidizing agent is PbO and the reducing agent is carbon.
Very good. Then the oxidation and reduction both takes place simultaneously in the given reaction. Therefore, the given reaction is called redox reaction.
Question.
In the second question, the reaction is written as the Fe2O3 plus 2Al gives Al2O3 plus 2Fe. The above reaction is an example of.
It is an example of displacement reaction.
Can you explain why it is displacement?
It is a displacement reaction because in the above reaction, aluminium, which is more reactive than iron, it displaces iron from its compound and it makes a new compound with oxygen, which is Al2O3. So it is displacement reaction.
Very good. Suppose you have given a word equations and you have to convert in a symbolic form. That means barium chloride reacts with aluminium sulfate to give aluminium chloride and precipitate of barium sulfate.
Okay, so the conversion of this reaction into a chemical equation will be BaCl2 plus Al2SO4 whole thrice. It will give AlCl3 and BaSO4.
Very good. One more example, zinc plus silver nitrate gives zinc nitrate plus silver.
So zinc will be Zn and silver nitrate will be AgNO3. So it will give zinc nitrate, which will be ZnNO3 whole twice plus silver, which is Ag.
Very good. Another important question is, what do you mean by exothermic and endothermic? We have already discussed. Why is the respiration considered an exothermic process?
In respiration, the glucose, which is C6H12O6, it reacts with oxygen in the cells and it releases energy. So the release of energy is taking place. So it is an exothermic reaction.
Yes, some heat is also evolved during the process. So respiration is an exothermic process. In similar manner, can you tell what type of reaction is photosynthesis?
Sir, photosynthesis is an endothermic reaction because it is taking in light energy in the form of sunlight. So it is an endothermic reaction.
Another question is, why are the decomposition reactions called the opposite of the combination reactions?
Sir, combination reactions, it involves the combination of two or more reactants into a single product, whereas on the contrary, decomposition reactions, one single reactant breaks down into two or more products. For example, 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O, which is a combination reaction, whereas 2H2O, it breaks down into 2H2 plus O2, which is a decomposition reaction.
Very good. Another question is, write one equation each for decomposition reaction where energy is supplied in the form of heat, light and electricity.
Sir, for thermal decomposition, the reaction will be 2FeSO4 on heating gives Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. In the form of light, it will give AgCl will give Ag plus Cl2. So 2AgCl will give 2Ag plus Cl2, and for electrolytic it will be 2H2O, it will give 2H2 plus O2.
Yes. The light is given, the reaction is called photolytic decomposition. What is the difference between the displacement and double displacement reaction in short form?
Sir, so displacement reaction, if we tell in brief, a more reactive metal displaces from the less reactive metal, and double displacement reaction between two compounds to form new substances and a precipitate.
That means in displacement reaction, a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its compound. That means less reactive metal are displaces, not the more reactive metal are displaces.
Once again, so sorry.
No issue. In the refining of silver, the recovery of silver from the silver nitrate involved the displacement by copper metal. Can you write down the reaction involved?
AgNO3 plus Cu gives CuNO3 whole twice plus Ag.
CuNO3 plus Ag. That means the type of reaction is?
It is a displacement reaction.
What do you mean by the precipitation reaction? We have already discussed. Explain the following terms of gain or loss of oxygen with the two examples each: oxidation and reduction. We have discussed. Another question is, a shiny brown colored element X on heating in air becomes black in color. That means copper. Name the element X and black colored compound obtained.
Sir, the element X is copper as you told, and the black color compound is copper oxide.
Very good. Next question is, why do we apply paint on iron articles?
As we discussed earlier, we apply paint on iron articles so that we cut off the contact of iron with the surrounding air so that it does not react with the moisture and it does not get rusted. So in order to prevent corrosion of iron, we apply the paint.
Oil and fat containing food items are flushed with nitrogen. Give reason.
When oil and fatty foods, when they react with oxygen in air, it becomes rancid and unsuitable for eating. So in order to prevent the reaction, we flush it with some no reactive or inert gases like nitrogen.
That means nitrogen is a less reactive metal, a less reactive element which prevent the oily food to get oxidized. Yes. We have discussed the whole chapter and the back exercise, and the chapter is completed within a short period of 30 minutes. In the similar manner, we will discuss all the chapters of chemistry in coming podcast. Thank you so much. Aditya, you can also thank all the audience.
Thank you everyone.